Welcome to On Air with Russell of Hotels, where we talk about everything hospitality, from hotels to influencers and everything in between. We will feature guest interviews with hospitality professionals who will share their experiences. Your host, Russell Edmond, has spent over 25 years in the hospitality industry, beginning his career with Marriott International in hotel operations before moving into the sales arena and becoming a relationship building director of sales and marketing. Russell then went to the other side as a hospitality entrepreneur. He now consults in the hotel and meeting space, which includes being the CEO of Russell of Hotels Group. Did I mention he was a veggie foodie? Yes. Russell is always looking for good non-meat eats. Please welcome your host, Russell Edmond.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels live hospitality talk show. As you can see, we have a guest today, and we're going to try to get through this thing without any glitches, without anything happening. But I want to welcome, I'm going to do her bio real quick. But as you can see, you can see it scrolling across the window below. Today's guest is none other than Miss Nicole Hankton, Director of Sales and Marketing at Visit Walnut Creek. But we're going to get into Walnut Creek and see, where is Walnut Creek? What's going on there? What's the big to-do with Walnut Creek? And what's this cosmopolitan I keep hearing about? All these things that we're going to talk about and maybe get to know a little more about Nicole, how she, her journey from wherever she came from prior to Walnut Creek, and then just kind of go from there. We'll talk about maybe some of the shows she attends, and what's the reason why hotel people, hospitality people, tourism people, CVB people, why do they attend these shows? What is the reason for that? And have me and Nicole have I seen her any shows this year? I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. But anyway, let me just let you guys know to show today is show number 161 on Air with Russell of Hotels. It is live on YouTube, but soon after it's live, after we're done with the show on YouTube, it will definitely be on LinkedIn. But it is live on YouTube, so you can actually make comments and things like that, which I welcome. I welcome the interaction. So I see Mr. Lonnie Wolf is in the house. Thank you so much, Lonnie. I do appreciate it. And Lonnie Wolf says welcome to Nicole as well. So I may stop what I'm saying to Nicole and address the question. Just so Nicole knows what's going on, because I didn't get a chance to brief her on that because I actually kind of forgot. But anyway, we're gonna move forward. Okay, we're gonna move forward. So Miss Nicole Hankton, who joined Visit Walnut Creek in 2019 as a sales and marketing manager, was promoted to lead Walnut Creek Convention and Visitors Bureau in 2021 as director of sales and marketing. A talented communicator with significant experience previously in retail and hotel marketing at the Oakland Marriott and Convention Center and other properties in the Bay Area. Nicole's position focuses on promoting Walnut Creek as a leisure and business destination to travelers for small meetings, conferences, social events, and weekend getaways. As a proud Bay Area native, Nicole believes California is a fantastic and versatile place to visit in the U.S. Without, with all that fanfare and everything, let me just bring on to the stage Miss Nicole Hankton with Visit Walnut Creek. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
See,
I love that.
You didn't know we had a live studio audience. I know. But welcome. Awesome. I want to welcome you for coming on and being patient this time. The second time around, I know you were kind of gun shy because we tried to do this before. Just in case you guys did not know that we tried to do this before, we ended up doing it on Instagram. So we did do one before, but not on this platform. But anyway, thank you so much for coming on and welcome to the show.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no. No. Thank you. So, okay, briefly tell us about, however long it takes. I don't want to say briefly. I don't want to stop you from talking about your career, but how did you get involved with that hospital? And I think I asked you this before. Did you choose hospitality or did hospitality choose you?
Right. I think hospitality chose me. because my first position in hospitality was at the Oakland Marriott. And I didn't even see the job. A friend of mine saw the job description and sent it to me and said, "This is the perfect job for you. You should apply for it." And that's what I did. And she was right. I got the job and I just took to hospitality right away. Loved the world. So I think it chose me and I was happy about it. And here I am still.
So how long were you there before you kind of, I mean, you typical hospitality person, and I'm just saying because I was typical back in the day where
Yeah.
every 18 months you would move around and you would be, and it was one thing to, it
Yeah.
wasn't because I was losing jobs or anything like that. It's because you there was other opportunities, other experiences, maybe working in different markets. Hotel could be a different brand, it could be the same brand, but it can be a different market, and it just kind of exposed me to different things. So what was your journey like when it came to that?
Yeah, so I was with the Oakland Marriott for 2.5, almost 3 years. Lots of changes at that property during just that short period of time. And then I went to a luxury property, the Claremont. And then there was so much movement in the hotel industry at that time. I sort of took a break and worked for a chamber of commerce for almost 3 years
Okay.
as a marketing manager. So then I always knew I wanted to get back into hospitality, but not necessarily at one hotel property. So when the position came up at Visit Walnut Creek, it was the perfect opportunity to represent 5 hotels and market and promote and sell a destination as a whole. So instead of just being at one property and only selling that property, I get to sell all of them. So it was a win-win.
I love that. I love that. And that's going to segue into my first question. What exactly is the role? Well, I'm going to ask, I guess it's a two-part question. What's the role of a CVB?
Mhm.
Yeah, let's just start with that. What's the role of a CVB?
So first of all, CVB stands for Convention and Visitors Bureau. So it's a visitors bureau that some destinations slash cities, they it's sort of like a business improvement district, but it's specifically targeted to bring visitors to that particular city slash destination. So that's what Walnut Creek has in place. They have a visitors bureau. They also go by DMOs, which is a destination marketing organization. It's pretty much the same thing. We don't have a convention center or a conference center yet. So the CVB term is used sort of loosely. We're more of a visitors bureau or a destination marketing organization. So our purpose is to promote the visitors coming to that destination, visiting our hotels for hopefully 2 to 3 night stays, which generates revenue for all the other businesses in the city. So restaurants, retail, um, car rental places, everything that generates revenue to those businesses in that destination, those hotel guests drive that revenue, especially for restaurants and retail. So that's what I do. I go out and I talk to meeting planners about Walnut Creek. We promote for leisure guests to come visit Walnut Creek. We just a cheerleader for our city, and we want visitors to come, and then we want them to experience what we have to offer.
Wow, that sounds like a huge undertaking, a lot of responsibility, right?
Yeah,
To basically promote a destination. So you're not specifically for one hotel. I think, as you mentioned, there's at least 5 hotels, major
right,
hotels there within Walnut Creek, right?
right.
And what the hotels would those be?
So we have our big Marriott that has 342 rooms with meeting space. And then we have our Embassy Suites that has 249 rooms, also meeting space, newly renovated from top to bottom. We have the Renaissance Hotel, which is 175 rooms, and they also have meeting space. They also have a beautiful pool area and a state of the art gym. So we also have that. Those are the 3 with meeting space. And then we also have a brand new Residence Inn. I say brand new because it opened up in January of 2020 before the world shut down. So it hasn't
Okay.
seen a whole lot of wear and tear. And then we also have one of the most beautiful Holiday Inn Express, well, the most beautiful Holiday Inn Express I've ever seen in Walnut Creek. So those are select service properties. They don't have any meeting space. So those are our hotels. And then we have 2 motels. We have our Motel 6 faithful Motel 6. And then we have a little Diablo Mountain Inn, which it's a tiny little inn. It has 24 rooms and it's been in Walnut Creek forever.
Okay, very good. Now, I can't go further without asking this question. It has to do with your Marriott property.
Okay.
Is Mr. Doug Smith still there?
Doug has moved on.
No.
So he was our task force GM. He has gone back to Arizona, and we have a new GM on property. That very recent, like in the last 2 weeks.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I still have to give Doug a shout out. Doug, I mean, Nicole had told me, I don't know, it's been several months. Okay, so we had kind of a brief conversation, and I let her know that, I found out, I don't even remember how I found out, but I found out that an old colleague, friend of mine, we started with Marriott together 100 years ago. He was a GM there at that Marriott in Walnut Creek, and I asked her if she knew Doug. She goes, "Oh my God, yeah, I know Doug," and let him know I said hello and that kind of stuff. So I have to just give Doug, and even though he's not there anymore, I have to give him a shout out because he was a good guy. We worked together.
Doug again, we will.
But let him know I mentioned his name on the show.
Okay? I will. I definitely will. Yeah.
Okay, Dylan Beaumont makes a comment. He says, Nicole reminds me of you, Russell. Information on hotels and amenities ready to go. Yeah, that's right. That's what it's all about, right? It's giving that information. So no, we appreciate the information that she's gonna give us, that she's given us so far, but it's definitely the information she's gonna give us moving forward. Let's see. Why should wait, back up. Okay. Walnut Creek. Where is Walnut Creek?
Okay, yeah. Good question, because a lot of people don't know if they're not from the area. It is 25 miles southeast of San Francisco, closer to the Oakland airport. And we're about 40 minutes south, I would say, of Napa. So we're more on the sunny side, nestled in wine country. So we're between Livermore wine country and Napa Valley wine country.
Okay. About 40 minutes from Napa, you said. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so are you more, okay, so I was in Oakland for graduation, maybe I'm going to say 3 weeks ago. Now, okay, if the graduation was outside, it was like, say it was 2 o'clock and it was hot, okay? Then in 2 hours after that, it was cold. So is the same weather, the same climate in Walnut Creek, or is it more sunny consistently in Walnut Creek than like Oakland?
Yeah, and you're familiar with the Bay Area, Russell. We have all these little microclimates. So you go through the tunnel and you go through Highway 24 to get onto near Mount Diablo, that whole region. So we stay warm, whereas Oakland is closer to the water. So you get that breeze off of the bay, but you don't get that in Walnut Creek. So we stay warm most of the time.
Okay. So you're okay. I was just looking for some consistency. I don't know if it could be hot, it could be cold, but I don't want it to be hot at 2 and then at 4 it'd be 50 degrees. Yeah.
That's what you're gonna get in Oakland, right near the bay. Berkeley too. Berkeley's the same way.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. So now we know where Walnut Creek is. What's a typical group? Let's say, what would be a typical group that you look for in Walnut Creek?
I say usually the sweet spot is between 75 and 100, because that way you can choose between the 3 hotels with meeting space. You can fit into any of those. When you start getting over like 120, 150, then you have to go to the Marriott, our big box. You can choose the other properties. They're still good, but if you want to have a little bit more of breakout space, you would have to go to the big Marriott. But I say we're right in that sweet spot of 75 to 120, 150. You can choose any of the 3 properties with meeting space.
Okay, very good. And I see a question from Mr. Dylan Beaumont. And just so you know, Dylan Beaumont is the general manager at the Fairfield Inn in Eugene, Oregon.
Wow.
He's always on. He always makes his comments. We appreciate him. So he's right down the street from University of Oregon. And he says, what are the most prominent companies based in Walnut Creek?
Oh my goodness. Well, we just got Kinder, the spice company. They make all those cool barbecue rubs and
Oh
everything.
yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they just moved to Walnut Creek. John Muir is huge in Walnut Creek. We have a huge campus there. We also have a wonderful sports mall where we have Copa, which is a soccer training facility, and it's 10,000 square feet of soccer training, all indoor. There's only 5 facilities like that in the country, and we're one of them. And then we
Wow.
also have Ultimate Fieldhouse, where the NBA G League team Ignite, where they practice. So that's just a few of our big companies.
Okay, okay. Are there any events that go on? Like, say, if I have a weekend group that wants to come, what'd be a good weekend in the summer to come? I mean, is there like some like a festival or a foodie scene, a wild foodie scene on the weekends at Walnut Creek?
Funny you should mention that. This weekend is our Art and Wine Festival, June 4th and 5th. There's art, wine, beer, food, music. And it's a great time because it's warm and people come out and they stay all day. And some people come both days, but it's a fantastic festival. I'll be there this weekend pouring wine. So, yeah, it's a good time, and we haven't been able to do it since 2019. So this is us kicking off the summer for the first time in 2 years. So the Art and Wine Festival is,
Wow.
yeah, yeah, we're
We don't
excited.
realize, yeah, we don't realize how, I mean, the whole COVID thing kind of will shut things down. So I guess Walnut Creek was no different, right? It was shut down as well.
We were not immune, no. So yeah, and everyone loves our Art and Wine Festival. So yeah, to not have it for 2 years, people are really excited that we're bringing it back this year.
Okay. Very good, very good. Now, what is it now? We just touched on a little bit about cocktails. I heard drinks in there somewhere. What
Yeah.
is a Calipolitan? Please tell me what that is.
So the Calipolitan is the signature drink for, well, let me go back a little bit. Our new branding is Go Calipolitan. We feel like Walnut Creek is a mix of the laid back California lifestyle, but we also have a metropolitan flair. So we coined Go Calipolitan. And we thought it would be really cool to have a signature cocktail for our destination. So we do have one. We had one for 2021. Our competition for the 2022 Calipolitan is coming up next month. So we will have a brand new Calipolitan cocktail for 2022 after the competition next month.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, so the Calipolitan that was maybe last year, it changes every year.
It changes. Yes.
Wow. Okay. Now that's okay. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, we're mixing it up. So July 13th, we will pull together our local mixologists and bartenders, and they're going to compete. And whoever wins, their Calipolitan will be served throughout Walnut Creek. So it's
Wow.
exciting. Yeah,
That is
yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting. We've been talking to the local bartenders, and they're already formulating their recipes. So we're going to do it again. It's going to be really fun.
Wow, that is great. What a way to promote the destination, and not to mention the drink, the cocktail, and I guess most restaurants and bars will serve that as well, right? All of them probably will.
Hotels, the restaurants, bars. Yes, absolutely.
Wow, and everyone makes it the same consistently, or do some people have their own little flair to it?
Everyone has their own little flair to it, but they have to stick with the core recipe, obviously. But
Okay,
yeah, it's really cool to watch the bartenders participate in this competition because they're real artists. I mean, they really come up with these very cool recipes for this cocktail. So I'm excited to see what's going to come out this year.
I like that. I like that. Now I must say before we move any further here, and I know
Mhm.
I've told you this before, so this won't be the first time you've heard this, but I mean, I've known Nicole for a little while, right? Maybe a
Mhm.
couple years. I think I met you first in Long Beach. Long Beach. It
Yep.
was a trade show in Long Beach or
It was
conference. I
right
think
before the world shut down. Yep.
right before the world shut down in 2020, right? And
Yep.
so I met her then, and we talked a little bit about this Calipolitan thing, but
Mhm.
I didn't know what it was. Okay, but she basically took Walnut Creek by the horns and basically Walnut Creek is. I'm just gonna say this. Can I say this? Anybody here? Walnut Creek is on the map because of Nicole Hankton. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, because she blew Walnut Creek the heck up, and what I mean by that, social media. She was doing all the trade shows, and I know that because I was at the trade shows, meeting with her, so I know exactly that she was there. She just came from Puerto Rico last week, I believe. So if they didn't know what Walnut Creek was before, Puerto Rico knows what Walnut Creek is now. Okay, so
Right.
and the drink and all that just enhances everything you've done, right? I mean, people know that drink, that Calipolitan. That's how I know it's Calipolitan because of Walnut Creek, because of the stuff you put out there. So,
Thank you.
I just wanna. It's just, and people sleep on the whole social media thing, and I think you and I have had that conversation before. And for
Yeah.
someone to, like I said, just take her brand by the horns and said, you know what, I'm gonna make sure that people know what's going on here and what we have
And
to
that's,
offer, and she definitely has done that.
yeah. Yeah, and people think, "Oh, I'm tired of talking about it." Keep talking about it because it takes, what is it, 10 times before people start to pay attention.
Yeah.
So you just have to keep talking about it. And I have to say, the people and the business owners and the hotels in Walnut Creek, they were ready. They were ready for a rebranding. They were ready for a refresh. And, when I proposed the idea, I got such amazing support and everyone was excited and they were ready to show how vibrant and fun and upscale Walnut Creek is. And it was a good time to watch everyone come together and talk about this rebrand. So all I did was pull the trigger, but everybody else jumped on board.
Well, it starts with somebody, right? And I'm glad that you do. I'm glad you have the support. I mean, that's important that you have the support. But I mean, basically, I mean, like I said, it takes someone on not necessarily on top, but it may be somebody in the forefront to make this stuff happen, and then for people to lead, or it takes someone to lead, and for everyone else to follow. And like I said, I definitely see that. I appreciate what you do just because of I know I've been in that position, not in that position, but with hotels before, where you're trying to come up with a concept or whatever, and not everybody is on board with it. You know what I mean? But it's
Yeah.
good to see that whatever was going on, we don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but whatever's going on behind the scenes, you were still at the forefront. You were still making it happen. And we didn't know if everything was going great, everything was going bad. It didn't matter because you were consistent and you were putting out the message about Walnut Creek and this Calipolitan and I guess when the mixologists got together at maybe was it at the last Food and Wine Festival, or maybe was it when was
We
it
had
introduced?
we had a small competition last year because remember
Okay,
California still kind of under all
that's
those
correct. That's right.
D limits. And so we did a
Hmm.
small competition last year, which was fantastic. And one of our very cool restaurants, their bartender won. And so we've been promoting that cocktail. And so now that bartender will be a judge for this new cocktail competition along with some other judges. And then we'll have a new Calipolitan for 2022.
Wow. Okay. So give us the breakdown of what the 2021 Calipolitan is, because Lonnie Wolf is looking for the core recipe.
Okay, so he can find the recipe, the whole recipe on our website. Visit walnutcreek.org, first of all. Second of
Mhm.
all, it's a vodka drink. It's super refreshing. It has rosemary syrup in it and it has Amaro in it, which is really good. It's got a very nice rosemary finish, but it's a very crisp drink that's not too sweet, but it also has citrus undertones. He's going to love it, especially if you don't like sweet, you know. You're gonna love it.
Did you hear that, Lonnie? Okay. So
It's like
Lonnie says that is great. He says thinking outside the box, strong way to go, Nicole. See, that's what I'm talking about.
thank
So
you.
yes, 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 yes. See, I don't just get anyone on this show. Just so you guys don't know, we get people. We get some live people on here. People with fire. They breathing fire on here. Okay,
That's
so
right.
so okay, you just came from Puerto Rico.
Yes.
How
Oh
was
my
that?
God.
Have you been there before?
No. And can I just say, I now I know why they have all those I Heart PR thing. I love Puerto Rico. Like, seriously, I love Puerto Rico. I can't wait to go back. Like, it was the perfect weather. There's music everywhere. There's
Okay.
music everywhere you go, whether it's live or a DJ, but mostly live. There's art. It's I'm going back as soon as I possibly can. I I mean, I really appreciate Connect choosing it, and I love that Visit Puerto Rico or Discover Puerto Rico, I should say, hosted
Mhm.
because they did a fantastic job. They really showed off their destination. It was hard going to a conference there. I'm not gonna lie because you just you didn't want to work. The conference part was difficult. I did it, but it was difficult. But it's a beautiful destination.
That's good.
If they have another one there, I'm there. I'm there in
You're
a heartbeat.
there.
Russell, you weren't there. I can't believe you didn't go.
No, I wasn't there because my daughter graduated like it was 2 weeks before, a week before then, and I didn't know what her moving situation was going to be because we moved her from basically from Arizona back here
Okay.
temporarily until she gets her job somewhere else. And we have two kids, so one she's 25, but the other one is only 14. So someone has to
Oh,
be, someone still has to be with him, right? So
yeah.
so I had to stay. I had to stay close. Let's just put it like that. So I had actually
Okay.
planned on going, but I had to cancel it. I actually
Oh,
was. Yeah.
it
So you're the
was incredible.
you're the second person that said, "Where were you?" Oh, we had a great time. Oh, okay. So thanks. I appreciate that.
It was amazing. It
I
really
was
was.
hoping. I was hoping you're gonna say I had a lousy time. Oh no, I never go to Puerto
Oh,
Rico. But now you
yeah.
just had to pour
I
it
could
on.
lie.
Okay.
I could lie, but it was really incredible. They set up tours for us the day before the conference started, and it was incredible. It really was.
Wow. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had a great time. Did you make good connections when you did go to the meetings? Did you?
Well, and that's the bonus. So I decided to try the sports track this time and
Can
meet with
you
sports.
hold up, back up, back up? Can you explain? Can you explain what Connect is and how that works, please?
So Connect is a travel and tourism organization for the meetings industry. And what they do is they use this software to match meeting planners and destinations based on square footage, number of attendees, number of hotels, price, etc. And they match us up with meeting planners, conference planners, sports event planners, etc. And how Connect does it is they break it out into these different segments, if you will. So they have sales appointments for the sports segment. They have sales appointments for the corporate segment. And oh gosh, I can't remember how many tracks were there this time. But this time, for the first time for me, I chose the sports track
Okay.
and amazing appointments I had. I got to give my rep kudos with Connect because amazing appointments I had. Like my sports track was amazing. Corporate was good too because I did two tracks.
Okay.
Normally people only do one, but I did two.
Mhm.
And met some fantastic planners. Some of the sports planners already knew about Walnut Creek and had pitches for me ready to go,
Wow.
which has never
Wow.
happened. Yeah, normally I'm the one pitching the
Yes.
destination.
Mhm.
You know how
Mhm.
it works. And I
Mhm.
got ready to do my blah, blah, blah. And they were like, yeah. We know about Walnut Creek. Here's what we want to do. And it was a breath of fresh air. So we're looking at a cycling event coming to Walnut Creek because we're right up against Mount Diablo. So we're looking at that, and we're looking at some basketball tournaments because we have the state of the art basketball facility in our sports mall, and also obviously soccer and futsal to be coming to our soccer facility.
Wow.
So yeah, we chose as a strategy to focus on sports for 2022,
That's
and
smart.
it was smart because
Yes.
yeah, it was great, totally valuable appointments that I had during the sports track. So I'm excited about it. Yeah.
Wow. Very good. Very good. Now you're one
So
of the
good.
few. that have
Puerto
said that is
It was a bonus. It's a bonus.
that is great. That is great. I'm glad you had a good time. Thanks. All right. Okay. Keep rubbing it in. But no, I'm glad you chose the sport because that's corporate is not coming back yet, or at least not like we think it's going to come back.
Right.
Sports is one of those, and I was reading something the other day. Like sports is worth like I want to say it's like $50 billion a year industry,
Yeah.
and a lot of people sleep on it. A lot of people sleep on it. So
Right.
and I'm glad to hear that you. I mean, you know the resource that you have. You know the venues that you have for sports. So you went there looking for specific things, or you met with people that are specific that
100.
that were maybe interested in your destination. So that's always good.
And we're near St. Mary's. We're also near Cal, so we do get the
Oh,
visiting
you are near
teams.
near St. Mary's? I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're like 10 minutes from St. Mary's, 10, 15 minutes.
I did not
And the
know
only
that.
hotel closest to them is Lafayette Park. And as you know, Lafayette Park is nice. So
Mhm.
sports teams can't always afford to
Well,
stay
to
at
stay there,
Lafayette.
yeah,
Their next, and then Walnut Creek has all the shopping and the dining, etc.
yeah.
So their next logical choice is Walnut Creek, and we actually are the exclusive lodging partner for St. Mary's.
Okay,
So for their sports. So yeah, we entered into that partnership knowing that it was a valuable partnership, and with teams coming from other states, they would need somewhere to stay. So we definitely took advantage of that. But yeah, sports continued during COVID, that
hmm,
travel.
yeah,
Uh, we kept sports, traveling nurses, and some social events. But traveling
okay,
nurses, our select properties did great with traveling nurses and healthcare providers.
wow,
Fantastic. Yeah, kept it moving.
very
So,
good, very good.
yeah, yeah. But you're right. Corporate, the hotels keep asking for it. I did my due diligence by taking the appointments, but I think I got one, but I did get one RFP out of corporate.
Okay,
So,
well, wait, that was worth it then. There you go.
yeah, but you're right. Corporate, I think is going to be the slowest to come back.
Yeah, no, it will be. It will be. I've been saying that I've been saying it since this whole thing started. What was going to be first to come back, and it was more the social, more the sports, things like that.
Yeah,
Corporate because everyone hasn't gone back to work yet. Some people are they're still remote, and I mean that's going to be. I just think that's the. I mean it's already happening. It's the sign of things to come. No, it's already happening, and I just
yeah,
don't see everybody that was back in the office and doing all the traveling they're doing, I say that's going to be cut, 30, 40%, I would say. I mean, and this is just me, Russell Hotel, saying that. No one's giving me any data, but I just know as being a former director of sales like yourself, you do your
mhm,
homework and your research and you see
right.
what's coming back. I don't need Star to tell me this. I mean, just things that based on your conversations that you're having with your clients or past clients and things like that. And some of those
Ab-
people aren't even there anymore. You can't even find the
Right.
people that used to be your contacts. You know what I
That
mean?
is true.
So
That is
yeah,
true.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's what's going on. But no, I love that. I love that story about you guys putting your strategy to do more sports stuff. So that's I love that. And let's see, if something I was going to ask about was it still Puerto Rico? No, it probably wasn't Puerto Rico. I think I had enough about Puerto Rico right now. What's your favorite drink? Oh, I have to ask this. What's your favorite drink and food to eat over there?
You know what? Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I've never had a pina colada. So
Yeah, that does sound weird.
I don't know why, but I've never had a pina colada. So the first couple days we were there, that's all I had were pina coladas. Then I kind of rotated with the mojitos because rum. So I did that.
Yeah.
Then like the last couple days, we figured out that the hotel bar where we were staying made fantastic sangria. So then
Okay.
the last, yeah, so then the last part. But my favorite drink there was probably the sangria. At first, I thought it was the pina colada, but now it was the sangria.
Really? Okay. Okay. Now, did you bring anything back? Did you bring any liquor back, rum or anything?
Shirts and the normal stuff. I got some stuff for the family,
Okay.
t-shirts and
Okay.
refrigerator magnets,
Oh,
that kind of
gotta have that.
yeah,
Gotta have that.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, I thought I was the only one that did that. That's funny.
Yeah,
That is funny.
yeah, yeah, we
Like
got
1,000. You can even see the refrigerator. There's so many
yeah,
darn magnets
yeah,
on
yeah.
it. That is cool. Now, what about food? What did you eat? That was something that was unique that you never had before that you would definitely that you're craving for right now.
Ooh, so we went to this restaurant on one of the tours called Portico, and I tried the, is it mofongo? I tried
Mofongo.
the,
Yes. Yes.
it's pretty good. And there was this other thing, and I'm so sorry because I don't remember what it was called, but I kept eating it. It was almost like beans, but it wasn't beans, and you eat it with chips. Oh gosh. And they told me what it, I gotta be on, I was just eating it. It was so good. And I just kept eating it. But I did try the mofongo. I like that, and also this. It's kind of like beans, but not. But it was so. But anyway, I ate it. I'm not a picky eater, as you can tell. I was just whatever they put
Oh,
in front
that
of
is too funny. You are too funny. You are too funny. You don't know what it was, but it was good. I was eating it.
me. It was really good.
Oh, we got another comment. Miss Lauren Brown. Love when Nicole is on the show. And then she
Oh,
also said, FYI, sugar cane rum is very popular in Puerto Rico. Did you have
yeah.
the sugar cane rum? Did you have that?
I tried on one of the tours. They had rum samples for us. Incredible, really good.
See, that's the thing about I don't understand why people don't want to be in sales, okay, and represent your hotel or destination so you can go to all these great
Yeah.
destinations that you never maybe even been to before, experiencing their local cuisine and culture and drinks and all this kind of stuff. I mean, now see now I'm pretty pissed off now. Just so you know that I didn't go, and you're just like selling the heck out of Puerto Rico. Okay, this show's about Walnut Creek. It ain't about Puerto Rico. Okay.
Oh, that's right. You're right. It was
I'm
incredible.
joking.
You're right, though, but it was incredible, I have to say. I am so jealous of people who get to sell Puerto Rico. That's an amazing.
No, that is great. I mean, that is great. And like I said, I'm sorry I missed it, but maybe next time. I think I'm going to Detroit. Okay, so I'm going to Detroit
Well,
with the
okay, I'll
next
see
connect.
you. Detroit,
So I
big town, big
yes,
sports town.
yes, 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 yes. So how many appointments did you have? Okay, so you said this, you had sports and corporate. So how many appointments did you have on each segment?
Each day I had 20 appointments and it was 2 days.
Every day, 20 appointments?
And listen, normally I have a break. I didn't have any breaks.
That's crazy.
I know my appointments were back to back.
And that's 15 minutes per appointment, or
We got 6.
are you serious?
It was intense. We got 6 minutes per appointment. So I really
Wow.
get organized in my head on what I was going to say because it's like you had 6 minutes, then you had like a minute and a half or 2 minutes to
To
switch.
get to your next, oh wow. Now were they
It
in
was
order? I mean, and you're running all over the. Was it in a big room? Please tell me it was in a small room.
it was in the San Juan Convention Center, so it was in a huge room, huge
Wow.
space. Yeah, so it was intense. Yeah,
Wow. Now, for people that don't really understand what we're saying, so just basically it's like speed dating. You get six
yeah,
minutes per appointment. So you have a list. Nicole said she had a list of 20 appointments. You know who you're going to meet with from each one, but they're
right.
they're, they're based by a number or the booth number or table number. So you're going from table 25 to table 130. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you have a minute to get there, right? A minute and a half to get there. You have a six
Yep.
minute meeting with the person, and you're supposed to. Both parties are supposed to uncover something, but they are giving some information about you prior to you coming there, right? And
You
right.
do you do get some information, but it's like an overview.
Okay.
So you really have to, like I said, you have to have your pitch organized, ready to go, so that you can really just kind of tell them where the place is, tell them your attributes, and then start talking about whatever business they have. But
Hmm.
yeah, it was 6 minutes per appointment. It was intense. I definitely worked off those pina coladas for sure. For sure.
Oh my God, this is too much. This is too much. So this is good. This is good though. I love this. I love your passion, your energy for what you do. Yeah, we have fun, but at the end of the day, it's all about work, and it's all about what did you bring back to Walnut Creek, and you brought back some leads, and you talked about the bike thing that maybe go up to Mount Diablo, and you met with some basketball teams and all those kind of things. So yeah, we do have fun at these things, but you're expected to come back with something, okay? And if you're doing
Absolutely.
6 minutes appointments, I'm telling you, 6 minute appointments is not a lot of time to get information out about both parties. I mean, that's 3 minutes each, maybe.
No, and I'm glad you bring that up, Russell, because I have a lot of people who kind of just say to me, "Oh, I wish I had your job. You party for a living." They make comments like that. And it is I am 100% grateful to be in this position that I'm in, and I'm 100% grateful that I have a CEO that empowers me to do my very best. Like, he's amazing. He's got wonderful connections. He's been in the business for a long time, and he has let me fly, which is fantastic. But there's also a lot to manage. You're on the road, you're in unfamiliar areas that you've never been to, you're in time zone changes, and you still have to get in there, do those appointments, and execute. And like you said, bring back something valuable. So you have to stay focused, even though there's all these cool, shiny things to look at while you're at this new destination. You still have to stay focused on the reason you're there. And not everyone can do that. So, no, I don't.
Oh. I'm glad you said that because I know that everyone could do it because I see people and they take it too far on the entertainment side and not enough side on the work side. And I see it from every show that I go to. It's always several people that are doing
Yep.
that. They don't make appointments. Appointments that they had with me the next day. They're not there. They don't show up. I'm like, I spend money. I don't know if I spend money to get there, but my time away from your family and all that kind of stuff to get there, right? So the least you can do is, I mean, we all were there having a good time, but we knew when to stop too. You gotta know when to
Stop,
stop.
get back to your room so you can get up. Those appointments start at 8:30 sometimes.
I know. You ain't got to tell me. And no one cares about that time difference. No one cares that you're from California and you're on the East Coast time. Don't nobody care about that.
Yes, you better be at that appointment. Yeah, so I'm glad you brought that up. It's important to, yes, have a good time. Yes, be personable. Yes, meet people, but you're still at work.
Yes.
Bottom line. Yeah.
Yes. I remember people saying, "Yeah, you got the best job." Ooh, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, deuces, I'm gone. But yeah,
Exactly.
but no, that's good. That's good. Dylan says Puerto Rico tourism might hire her away from Walnut Creek. Oh, okay.
I have decided to learn Spanish. I have. I have decided to learn Spanish.
Thanks for saying that, Dylan. Okay, so
Yeah.
all right. Let's. I got a couple more questions, and we're gonna get off this show before we both get in trouble about talking about Puerto Rico and everything. So, okay, what the services at a CVB? Can you tell us about the services, and do they cost anything?
So what happens is, the way the TBID works is, if the tourism business improvement district is, there's a little tiny tax that's attached onto every single hotel room. It's under $1. And the hotels collect that from the guest, and they store that up in an account. And then uh, some hotels pay once a quarter, some pay once a month. They pay that to the city, and then the city allocates that to us. And specifically under the T-bid, we are to promote and sell the destination. So that's how that's funded. We also have other services that we offer. So let's say, Russell, you're bringing a group to Walnut Creek and you really want to sell them on Walnut Creek. You're like, oh my gosh, this group's never been to Walnut Creek before. You would reach out to me and I would give you everything you need to sell it to the attendees. So things to do in Walnut Creek, places that are surrounding Walnut Creek, things to do on Mount Diablo for every segment. If you like to eat, if you like to shop, if you're more of an outdoorsy hiking, biking type of person. So you as a planner, I am a resource for you to sell the destination to your attendees. So they're excited before they come to the conference. And then another thing that we do that's a little bit unique, some other CVBs do this, but we set aside part of our budget so that our hotels can offer incentives to meeting planners. So let's say, for instance, you are looking at our Marriott, but you're also looking at a Marriott in Riverside. Our sales folks at Marriott, based on their percentage of total rooms in Walnut Creek, they can say, well, Russell, I know you're looking at us and you're looking at the Marriott in Riverside. If you choose us, I can credit you $4,000 towards your food and beverage. And that's a check. They'll either credit it to your master, if that's what you want, or they'll cut you a check. We keep that money in our budget in order for our hotels to close with those incentives. So that's just another example of something that we do to help bring business to Walnut Creek.
Okay, very good. And does that cost me as a planner? Does it cost me anything to call you and get information and you send me? No?
Nope. I am just a cheerleader for our destination. That's what I'm here for, to provide you with resources.
I'm glad you said that, because that was going to be my next thing that I was going to make a comment on. That a lot of us, and I mean, planners like myself, sometimes we don't go through CVBs. We want to do things on our own, right? Yeah. But the information you give is invaluable because you know about that destination. Basically the CVB is that tourism arm of the city, right?
Correct.
Right. So of course you're going to talk about all the great restaurants and the great hotels, not one over the other, but all of them. You're presenting everything within that destination. And a lot of people don't know that. I mean, I don't know anything about Walnut Creek. I know where it is. I know about the Marriott, but there's other things. What if I wanted to know, I wanted to meet for non-meat eats? I would call Nicole because I don't eat meat, right? So I don't know which restaurants are there, but I would call or send Nicole an email, say, hey, I'm going to be going through Walnut Creek. I'm staying at the Marriott, but do they have any restaurants that have non-meat eats? And she would let me know. So, but yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's
simply put. A lot of planners, you'll save yourself a ton of time if you reach out to your local CVB wherever you're going to be booking your conference. I get questions all the time. Well, what about we want to do, a corporate team building event? Is there anywhere we can do that? I've even had people reach out to me and say they try to incorporate volunteerism into their conferences and give their team a chance to give back. So then I connect them with Trinity Center, which is our local place that helps with people experiencing homelessness. Walnut Creek also has that to offer, and they can come and set up time to volunteer with the Trinity Center right there in Walnut Creek. So the CVB will save the planner a ton of time. Instead of them reaching out to all these different places, just reach out to the CVB and they will connect you with everything.
Very good. Yeah, I start with them. So just so you guys know, if you didn't hear that before, any meeting that I source starts off with the CVB, and I let them send out the leads on my behalf for the client, and then they respond. And the hotel didn't respond for me. So, no, I definitely know the value of the CVB. I mean, that's another reason why I have Nicole on here, because I wanted her to talk about her role within the CVB as a director of sales and marketing, and all the things that she does, so people will have a better picture of, just because she went to Puerto Rico doesn't mean she didn't go to work. You know what I mean? So then we see that she did. Okay, so excuse me, but Yeah, I did. The last time I saw Nicole in person was in Vegas, right?
Yes, it was IPEC, right? It was IPEC.
IPAC.
It
Yeah,
was
yes, 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 yes. Yes,
Yep.
yes, yes, yes. So yeah,
I
so
was-
I've seen her this year, and I had an appointment with her, and yeah, sometimes you just watch people and how they engage with people. Nicole's about business, okay? Let's get it straight here, okay? We having a good time on this show, but if you go to one of these shows and you meet with Nicole, no, she's about getting that information and how you can help Walnut Creek or how I can help you come to Walnut Creek, okay? So believe me, she is not, like I said. I know how she is with me, and I had a break. I remember having a break between appointments or whatever. But you had an appointment, so I was just watching and just how engaged you were and how getting information out because I think there we had 15 minutes though, so I think you had a little bit more time,
It
right?
was a
But
luxury
exactly.
minutes.
But yeah, she had a little bit more time to get information, but she was focused on getting that information. And then when that person leaves, there's another person going to be sitting there, right? So you're going to go back to back to back to back. You have a couple breaks in between there sometime, but to go 6 minutes and 20 appointments with no breaks,
No,
that's
it was
insane.
insane. It was insane. It was. I just have to say it was great to be able to lounge by the beach after.
Oh, you earned that. You earned that, lady. You earned that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, we're on with Miss Nicole Hankton, Director of Sales and Marketing at Visit Walnut Creek, which is a CVB Convention and Visitors Bureau, or DMO, whatever you want to call it. We're about at the end. So what do you, in parting, what do you have to say about, I'm just going to give you the last word, just whatever that is.
Well, if there are any local folks, if you're within driving distance, please come to Walnut Creek Art and Wine Festival this weekend, June 4th and 5th. Starts at 11 and I think it goes until 6 or 7, but whatever, come out there. We have some beautiful wines going on out there. And we also have beer as well. So if you're not a wine drinker, and then just come experience Walnut Creek and check out our downtown for dining and shopping, etc., and enjoy that beautiful weather. And if you need recommendations, just go to our website and hit me up, and I will let you know where to go.
Very good. What's your email address?
My email address is nhankton@walnut-creek.com, nhankton@walnut-creek.com, and then also our website, visitwalnutcreek.org.
Very good. Now, I did have one, I guess, business-related question. The basketball arena, or they can do multiple courts there at one time?
Yes, we have 4 courts, and then we have they have the 360 technology that helps you with your passing and your shooting, and they have 6 courts for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I did not know
Mhm.
that, but I always get
Yeah.
questions because one of the segments I do is sports, basketball specifically, and they're
Oh,
always looking for. They always ask me, do I know any destinations that have venues that have what am I trying to say? They want to be able to play multiple games at one time. So like,
yeah.
4 games to like 12 games at one time in the same facility.
Yeah, we actually just recently booked a tournament. I believe Tracy McGrady is heading it up, and the grand prize is like $250,000 or something. And the
Wow.
last stop before they go to the finals in Vegas is in Walnut Creek. And there's 4 courts that you can play simultaneously. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah,
I
that's
know.
exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yep,
Wow.
absolutely. And they each
$200,000.
whole thing. Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Mm.
All right. Anything else?
That's it for me. I'm just gearing up for the Art and Wine Festival this weekend.
Okay. What's the next trip? Your next conference.
So let's see. I'm going to MPI WEC this month. And then I don't travel again until Destinations International in July.
And where is that
So
going? Where is that going to be?
Toronto.
Oh, I love Toronto.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I
Yes,
haven't
yes,
been yet.
yes. Okay, okay. No, you'll love it. You'll love it. Definitely a very international city. maybe you're going towards. Is it during Carnival? Oh my God! If it's during Carnival, you need to.
19th through the 21st. Is
When
that
is it again? I'm sorry. Say it again.
July 19th through the 21st?
I'm not sure if Carnival's already happened. I forget, but I just remember years ago being around there in Carnival, and it was just. I mean, the city. I love the city anyway. It's a lot of it's electric vibe anyway. But during Carnival, so you get all the people from all the islands that come there, like
Oh,
the Caribbean islands, because there's a huge population of Caribbean people that live in Toronto.
oh, okay, okay.
Yes, yes.
Oh, very cool. Good to know.
That'd be another place for you to be partying in and getting your drink on.
Good to
See, you
know.
learn about all these things from all these shows that you attend. Like I said, you go to different destinations, and it's been good.
Yeah,
Hospitality's been good to me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie and say it has not been, but it comes with a lot of work. It does come from a lot of work and a lot of sacrifice too, because like I said, you're away from your family during this time. But hey,
organized.
it's exactly. So you got to do what you got to do. But anyway,
Absolutely.
but I want to thank so much Miss Nicole Hankton for being on the On Air with Russell of Hotel show. You did Walnut Creek proud, and you continue to do them proud. Like I said, with all the things that you do via social media, and then
Thank
just even coming on the show and just talking about what you do, and we can see the passion that you have for selling that destination. So I want to thank you so much for
you.
coming on.
Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. So anyway, you take care. Have a great day. Thanks everyone for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels. We have some music to take you guys out. That's it. So have a great week. Today is Tuesday. Today's Taco Tuesday. So,
Yeah.
like me, have some tacos
Thank
somewhere.
you for
All right.
joining
So you
On
guys
Air
take
with
care.
Russell of
Peace.
Hotels.
Bye
Please tune
bye.
in every Tuesday at 1 p.m. as we talk to other hospitality professionals. Your feedback is important to Russell. Feel free to email him at russell@russellofhotels.com with any questions or suggestions. Until next time, try not to be a person of success, rather become a person of great value.